The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. In the year of our Lord 1197, 5 Canaanites were sent to the lands beyond the forest to serve those who ruled Transylvania. With their diplomacy, they were granted a city to rule as they see fit. With their strength, they solidified control and protected their domain from invaders. With their knowledge, they ruled for 2 centuries of relative Canaanite peace. But they cannot stop the prophecies, for the ancient war, all but forgotten, stirs afresh. And those whom you have cursed to save yourself shall break free of their bonds at last. Welcome to the Transylvania Chronicles. Welcome to our Vampire Dark Ages stream. We here at McStabber Studios understand that some of the subjects that come up during this chronicle are problematic by modern standards. Our goal is to handle these kinds of situations in a manner that does not directly or indirectly glorify these kinds of actions. While we understand that we are playing in a world of monsters, that does not mean we must be the monsters ourselves. Please also be aware, none of our cast are experts in history. That means there will be some deviations between the world timeline and the vampiric world. You can go ahead and chalk that up to the Canaanite influence on the mortals around them. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy our story.
The ending.
Don't make me put you in the sphincter door, okay? I will. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios Vampires Dark Ages of, or Vampire Dark Ages Glimpses of History. I was about to say Dark Ages, or Vampire Dark Ages of History, which we have multiple Dark Ages, everybody. I'm the storyteller, Shanky McStabber, and in case you can't tell, my brain is fried.
All right, and I am Mom McStabber, and I'll be playing Saint Olga of Kiev of Clan La Sombra.
I'm Sunnyside of Junie Van Esch, who's brain fried and doesn't know where she's at, playing Peregrine McSullivan of Assamite.
Hi, I'm Beetle Spock. I'll be playing Yi Marchand of Clan Toreador. I think I know what I'm doing. I think.
This is your brain. This is your brain on McStabbers. Hi, everyone. I'm Maddox, and I'll be playing Snatcher of Clan Nosferatu.
Hi, everybody. I am the Ravnos Archon, and I get to play Agustin Diego de Cartagena Cardenal de la Cruz, also of Clan La Sombra.
And when we were with this group of Canaanites last week, well, they found out who was causing all the problems with their city. And in return for the support of Dragomir Basarab, they agreed to go with him, using knowledge that they had in their library to hopefully prevent Tzimisce from being diablerized, or as it was called in this era, the Amaranth. And so they have traveled to his resting place. But as we reached the end of the episode, from the cave came a certain Tzimisce they know, Vladislav. And as we open up tonight, as he's stepping out of this cave, looking you over, you all catch movement behind him. As a horde, got to be at least 24 monstrosities pour out the cave around him.
It's friends.
Olga, before I ask you all what you're doing, give me perception awareness, please.
All right. I am going to rouse to surge.
Okay. It would make sense because you're trying to keep aware of everything around you at the time. I think you're a bit paranoid.
Okay,
This is
that's
Dark Ages,
success, so I don't get hungrier. But I will go here and adjust my wits to -2. Okay, good. And you said wits awareness?
No, perception awareness.
I'm
Yeah.
surging my
Perception.
perception.
Yes. Because this
I'm
is
sorry, y'all.
this is V20. V20 doesn't use wits for everything. It uses perception.
Okay.
At least it didn't make you roll Dick's athletics. Okay.
Death athletic.
No, Dick's athletics.
I heard what you said.
I'll say it one more time and we'll be
Totally
demonetized.
ignoring it.
We'll be
Yeah.
demonetized on YouTube if I say it one more time.
All right.
Yeah.
Perception.
You roll your dexterity.
I will spend a willpower for a success.
Okay.
Glad I did. That's 2.
The land is quivering under you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's happening, but there's some codonic sorcery being invoked. So is this 24 monstrosities, horribly twisted creatures? You've seen the likes before, of course. You've been in Transylvania long enough to know what the armies of the Tzimisce look like. Come pouring out around Vladislav. What is everyone's plan here? You've still got a good 20, 30 feet between you and them.
Well,
I'm going to draw my sword and get in front of Eve.
It's a good question. Would I have been able to grab a weapon on the way?
I assume
From
if
the
you'd
city.
wanted a weapon, you'd have had one anytime you want. So sure.
Yes.
I think I'm going to start with rousing up all my physicals. Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I feel I am. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
You can get them up to 6 without, if you get them over 6, they fade in 3 turns, but you can get them up to 6.
I'll rouse dex and stamina for now.
I'm going to do the same.
Ooh, I only get hungry once. That's nice.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, you'd be best if you pushed your combat stats as close to 6 as you can.
So how
All
many
right.
times would I have to roll?
Just roll a single 6-sided die. That's your rouse check. On a 6 or higher, it's a success.
You mean-
10-sided die,
nice.
not a
Or 10-sided,
10-sided.
sorry. Yeah, 6-sided die. You got to get it higher than a 6 on a 6-sided. 10-sided
Yeah.
die, 6 or higher is success. If you get a success, you don't get hungrier, and you can increase the stat by 2. Keep rousing until you're, run out of points you can put in your stats.
Also, storyteller, I'm spending a point of willpower for Ignis Fatus, and because I also now have second dot illusion bullshit, means that I can employ all 5 senses.
Okay.
The illusion is going to be me, and at the moment, it is just layered exactly where I'm positioned.
I already know what you're going for. I can see.
I am then going to also, I need to do an intelligence stealth for Vanish from Mind's Eye. So I disappear, but I stay exactly where I am.
Olga's going to look to Gwen and say, coat my axe with poison.
Des,
I will not.
you're
Go ahead.
prepping, and Vladislav, go ahead. You can do your roll, Gwen. As Vladislav is standing there waiting as these hordes surround him, and you all are prepping.
Mhm.
Everyone now senses a faint tremor in the earth.
Not only will I coat her blade in Scorpion's touch, I will invoke Dragon's Call and coat my arrows in my own blood. So therefore I can then invoke after I shoot arrows into each one of them.
Okay.
And I will be using celerity.
I will as well.
He or the highest perception of the things I'm vanishing from, which is him and a bunch of abominations.
Abomination's not got a lot, so don't worry about them.
So he's going to be the one doing perception alertness to figure out if I vanished. It's a bit harder, I think, because I have an illusion layered on top of me.
Yeah, I can give him a penalty because
Wits alertness. My apologies. Wits alertness. And then I got a total of 5 successes.
okay, I'm looking at what I got to get. His difficulty is 8. That's not looking good for him.
And he needs more successes than me, I think. And then once I'm hidden, my illusion takes my place.
Okay.
And to every sense that's important, it's me.
As the ground continues to noticeably shake, hands sprout out from the ground and grab the abominations. And Olga, the land screams in your head. Let this be the fight of champions. One against the other. Choose yours for my amusement. You realize it's somebody speaking to you through the land. That's not the actual land's thoughts. That is a voice.
Have I heard the voice before?
No. But the loudness in your head, they're very powerful.
We must pick a champion.
And Vladislav's looking panicked suddenly.
She just looks at him and says, Deceiver, you weren't expecting this, were you?
You can't do this. You're not that powerful.
I didn't claim I did this. We have to pick a champion. Who's it going to be?
The illusion of Snatcher will just raise his hand, not his eyes not leaving Vladislav. I can do it.
So be it.
So this combat is going to be Snatcher versus Vladislav. Roll your initiative, Snatcher.
Certainly. Ooh, haven't done this in so long, I've almost forgotten what to do. Except not a almost part. I've literally forgotten what to do.
There's a thing on your character sheet on the right side, roll for initiative.
Mm-hmm. Nice and easy. Takes it just
Roll
one little
dice,
click.
soak, initiative. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yep. And its initiative is based on, I got to find where I put it here, somewhere in here. Because I got to know my end, which is, Oh, you beat him anyway. I'll be fair. I already know you beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Not with my roll, he didn't beat you. Okay. Because, yeah. A Snatcher, you get to go first.
First, the illusion is going to kite to the right of him, and I, being hidden, am going to kite left.
Okay. He looks to the right, follows the illusion.
Mm-hmm.
5 successes he did not beat. He only had 2.
The illusion is also, as it's moving, going to take out a knife and seem to be ready and on guard.
Okay.
And then in hiding, I'm going to take out a stake.
Okay, that's going to be interesting. Let me pull up a rule here. I got to double check the called
And I
shots
have
because I know you're going to go for a called shot.
Mm-hmm. And I have 6 dexterity at the moment. Love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's sexy. Wow.
And
Folks, don't pass up being an elder.
Because he does not know which one is you right now.
He's got like no defense.
Yeah, he's got a problem with his defense.
I've thought about this like for a fucking week, y'all.
Okay, your dice pool is Dex plus melee. The difficulty is going to be +3, though. So your difficulty, it makes your difficulty 9, but he doesn't roll defense.
Remember, you can spend willpower.
Oh, yes.
Or
I
you
plan
can
to.
reroll with willpower.
Sorry, I just need to double check my melee. 3 dots of melee. Lovely.
But you got 6 in your dex, didn't you?
Yes, I do.
This is where Obfuscate really helps you because you get that first hit in with no way for them to know it's coming if they didn't see you.
Oh, goddamn.
The difficulty sucks, don't it?
It definitely reduced it from something awesome if it were difficulty 6, but I will still happily take 6 with a crit. Yep.
Okay, you had pumped your strength to 6?
Yep, my strength and dex were what I kicked up. And then I also have 2 dots of potence.
Double checking here. They don't have it listed as its own weapon. That's fine. We don't really need it as its own weapon, I don't think, because stake does damage, strength +1. So, and you have potence as well, 2 dots, and you had 6 successes, right?
With a crit.
Mm-hmm. With
Well,
a
the
crit.
don't matter on that. So 6 + 1, 7 plus your potence, 9 with a stake. And he gets his soak for it. But 6 successes is enough. Nobody here saw Snatcher. You all were following the illusion. The next sight you had of Snatcher is when suddenly Vladislav has a stake rammed through his heart. And he just collapses.
And
Stiff, and he turns to a stiff corpse.
And Snatcher says in Romani, "Fuck off and die." And he's not done.
And the earth, as soon as he hits the ground, as Snatcher's planning his next move or ready for his next move, the earth begins to drag the monstrosities down into it.
Mm-hmm.
They're fighting against the earth. But they can't. This is the stone of the mountain. The granite itself has grabbed them, pulling them under.
All right. Snatcher's going to collect Vladislav's fangs out of his mouth.
Okay.
I have enough potence. I can probably take them out just fine. And then I'm going to, with my bare hands, separate his head from his body.
I'm going to say, as storyteller, by the way, I expected to at least get a round or 2 of combat out of this. More than this. I expected like 3 or 4 rounds of combat, not the sneaky snake
Now the
stake to the
storyteller's
chest.
calling bullshit.
No, well done.
Well done.
Props for that. You get an XP.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Finally, the fact that I'm an ambush predator pays the fuck off.
And so as you're standing there, you all notice you were focused on Snatcher. Dragomir's gone.
Of course he is.
Completely. You don't know where he went, but he's
Oh, no.
gone.
Oh,
Olga knows where he went. She's heading
We know
into
where
the
he
fucking
went.
cave.
we all know
Yeah.
where he went.
So you have pulled the teeth and beheaded him.
Yep.
And he turns,
now-
and not to dust. He wasn't, well, actually, yes, he does, because he was about 200 years old, which is a baby compared to
that's
you all.
old as dust, yeah.
That's dust. A couple pieces of bones, bits and pieces, but not much.
I'll collect those too. Why not?
And you watch as the monstrosities that had come out with him, as the last of their peak of their head, they're screaming the entire time as they're drug under the earth into the stone itself. And then the stone reforms, and there's no evidence that they were ever there. Completely gone.
I'll also get my stake back just to be safe.
Got to keep your stake. That's your lucky stake now.
Yep. I got it off a hunter. Damn.
You're going to keep that one for eternity.
Hang that up.
Keep it oiled, in good condition.
Yeah, for real. I'm gonna walk up to Snatcher and just clap him on the back and just be like, you know, I was worried when you raised your hand, but you did well.
I had plenty of time to ruminate on exactly what would happen to him.
Good
It
job.
shows.
Well done.
Yeah.
Should we go get the other one so he doesn't do it?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
On the way there,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
going to
Olga's
take
already
my-
headed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the way
I'll
into the
go.
cave, I'm going to take my Tenebrous avatar.
Oh, perfect. Then I'm also going to cloak the gathering storyteller.
Okay, so you're going to hide everybody,
Yep.
and Augustine is going to turn into a shadow.
Yep.
I have my
3 rounds.
I have my bow ready.
Olga still has a poisoned axe.
I have a simple blade.
Takes 3 blood points, and it takes 3 rounds. I will say you can change while you're walking. It's not like you got to stand still.
Yeah.
But as you all watch, this is the first time you've seen Augustine do it,
Oh, yeah.
as he changes into a creature of shadow itself. And when you step into this cave, the fetid heat, I mean, you can feel the humidity and the stench. But there's also a smell of something else, something ancient, something powerful. As you enter the cave. Now, here's the hard part. There's no set path. So, one of you, whoever you think has the highest perception, enigmas will work, or alertness will work, or if you think you have something that maybe survival for tracking, the path someone had made. Because if 20 creatures come out, somebody was in there deeper, you might be able to find a path. Whoever has the highest, you'll want to let ride. I'll let y'all roll. I'll let y'all figure out who has the highest. Who's the best tracker of the group?
I mean, if it's perception, it's Eve.
Yeah. Farsighted.
Yeah.
Would that count?
Yep.
Yeah, let your
Okay.
explode 10s.
Mhm.
Nice.
You're right. Okay. Farsighted.
Yeah, perception, you have 6 dots in perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unroused.
Yeah. Perception, survival. I will only make
Survival?
it a difficulty 6.
It wasn't alertness? No.
It was either alertness or enigmas.
Or survival.
Or
Pick
Or
one.
survival.
You can do alertness. You have a better alertness pool, so go ahead. Use alertness.
Yeah. 6, you said?
Yep.
Standard. Okay. Wait a minute.
You have to click the perception with it. When you
Click
on
Yeah.
on just,
I thought I did.
let me see here.
You didn't.
You didn't, because it did
Okay,
0.
let me try
So
that.
try it again. One more time. There you go. That's actually what it should be.
Yeah.
5
That's more like a
successes,
Hot damn.
No 10s.
No 10s.
but no 1s.
But no ones.
Yep. It doesn't take long. Eve is able to look and see the marks left on the ground where it looks like there was 3 or 4 who went deeper in here. The creatures didn't go further than the entrance. They were waiting in the shadow of the cave for whoever came up. But as you lead deeper in, you finally come to a large chamber. And in the chamber, all you see is there's a stone bier of some kind. Looks like it used to be a sarcophagus, but the lid was shattered on it. And there's nobody in the room. Does anyone approach the sarcophagus?
Yes, all
I wanna
good,
try-
Will.
Tentatively.
Inside the
Yeah.
sarcophagus is the remains, bits and pieces. There was a vampire here not long ago. It's still coming apart right in front of your eyes, still decaying.
I would like to do Spirit Touch on this sarcophagus.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
great.
To see what
All
the
right,
fuck
all right.
Let's see
happened.
who is. Yeah. See exactly what transpired?
Perception,
our watcher
empathy.
is about to be a little bit indisposed.
Difficulty will only be 4 because it just
Really?
happened.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna rouse my strength and summon some arms, just in case.
Just in case.
5.
5 successes. Dear God.
10. Does the 10 count, or just?
Nope. Don't get a specialty with this one.
No, I don't get this. Yeah.
What do you want to know? You can literally learn anything you want to know about what happened.
Well, I want to know what the person looked like, what their...
The creature that was in
no.
the sarcophagus, as you're looking back in time on it, the creature was a hideous monster in some ways, but there was a symmetry, a perfect symmetry, and a beauty to it as well. It is the kind of horror that is... It was a perfect horror. Perfect beauty of monstrosity. And you know it laid here long and slept, though even asleep, it reached out to the world and twisted things in its dreams. Then you actually get to watch as 3, they're obviously Canaanites, had come into the room. And one bent over this creature after breaking the sarcophagus lid. The creature didn't move, and the one sat and drank of him, drank deeply. And as the form began to crumble, this one stood up. There's something off about him, though. You don't know what it is. But the spirit's touch tells you that there's an oddity. The soul is not quite what it was before. As he stands up, and Dragomir actually comes into the cave, the room, and enters, and he looks at Dragomir and the other 2 that were with him. We must flee now, brothers, don't worry. I will let you drink of me and share the power after we're free of this place. And then they all turned and ran down a different passageway. And then you're standing there.
Something big happened. They drank of whatever this perfect monster was, and something else was off about the drinker. And then Dragomir came in, and then he says he will let them drink of him. And then they went off in this direction.
Want
Just
to
moments.
follow them?
And Olga, you feel it before it happens. So powerful as it come. But the earth actually shakes and everybody can hear it. The walls vibrate with a voice. These children are fools. And I have seen your actions in this. And I give you a reward for satisfying my amusement. And your motives were true. I will remember the debt. And the earth pushes up 5 blood-red flowers. My gift to you. Eat one if you wish your bond broken.
Olga literally just says out loud, Excellent machination, eldest. And she picks her flower.
They were fools.
And eats it.
When she picked her flower, did it look like it started to wither and die, or did it
No.
seem...
But it bled blood. Not a red, bright blood, more of almost a black blood.
I'll pick it, but I'm not eating it. I don't have a bond.
I will eat it.
As normally you have trouble eating. But no. Whatever this black stuff, it is not blood. But as a Kudurnik, it is linked to the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And you find your mind is free. You can feel the breaking of the bond with Mankata. You can feel your plots and machinations that you didn't want to do before. You could feel resisting your plots and planning to end that one. There's no barrier anymore.
She looks at Augustine and says, "It is true, brother. It works."
Immediately, the arms will come in and just very carefully pull the flower into the shadow. And I will eat it as best as possible from there.
You shouldn't be able to pull it into the shadow with you. But for some reason, it goes. Gwen and Eve, are you taking your flowers?
Killing off the scorpion's touch poison in her blood. She will offer blood for blood, as it's the Asimite way, and she will take her flower. She's not going to eat it yet. She doesn't know if the clan would find out. So she will wait.
The ground soaks your blood, though the floor is stone. When your blood touches it, stone absorbs it instantly.
I will pick mine up. I will actually smell it. Was it smell like a rose, or does it smell
No.
like blood?
It smells old, smells of the earth and blood. I am going to allow, you have a resident poisoner. Gwen,
Yeah.
intelligence, I don't know, hearth wisdom, occult, either one of those I think would work well.
I've got enough dots on both those. I'm going to search my intelligence just because I can.
Might as well.
Diff was 6?
Yep.
That is 6.
You have seen this flower before.
Shut up.
It only appears after the festival for Cupola. After the sacrifices and the slaughter is complete and they've slain the spirits of Cupola, the flower briefly grows for a few days and then it is gone again. You suspect these will only last a few days.
She'll tell everyone. She'll spend the next couple of days trying to see if she can study it to replicate it.
I'm just like kind of like, I picked it by kind of like I'm like caressing it. Little on the nose, clan of the rose. I'll just pocket it. So will it dissolve like Well, or is it just its effects will go away?
It will wither and die. As all roses do. No offense. You have maybe 2 to 3 days.
I'll put it in some sort of delicately in some sort of pouch or casing.
Snatcher will reach into a fold of his clothes and take out a very sturdy and very well taken care of iron lockbox, which he will then unlock. It seems longer than what this flower would hold, but not by much, and he just places it in there and locks it back up. Temporary storage. Oh, Olga, I have a gift. And Snatcher will take one of Vladislav's fangs and hold it out to her.
Oh, thank you.
And he places it in her hand.
And you all didn't notice it, but a form stepped from the shadows. I have a gift for her as well. It's indistinct, it's not there, but it is there. Mostly shadow of a hooded figure, one that Augustine and Olga have seen before, though this one is transparent. You served well. You must see me. Olga of Kiev. Find me. We must talk.
Yes, Montano.
And you all heard him say it. He nods briefly, the form does, to Augustine, and then it just dissipates. Tendrils of shadow, but these aren't the shadow of what Augustine is. These are pure abyss. You've all, well, Eve has not been there, but the rest of you have seen this amount of abyss in that realm that was not real. Where Augustine was prisoner at one point.
I'm intimately familiar with them.
So, do you guys want to follow and kill that guy so that we can be rid of him in the coat of ash?
Yes,
Dragomir.
Yes.
Yes.
because his sister now will rule his city.
Illumination of prey, 5 successes.
Ooh.
Okay. 5 successes. You see the path they took. It does take you a little bit to do it. 5 minutes? A whole 5
Oh,
minutes?
no.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And you see the path coming out of the cave. They took a different exit than you came in. And you all begin to set off to follow it.
I'm gonna pump everything else in physical while we wait for Gwen to finish the ritual.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask my players. We could go to break here a little earlier than usual, or we can just push through.
Let's go to break,
I would also like to vouch for a break.
and
Then-
then we'll come back and beat Dragomir's ass.
Then we will go to a break. We will
sounds-
see everyone. Yes, Eve.
That sounds great.
We will go to break right here, everybody. We will be back in 10 minutes. Please enjoy the break. And welcome back, everybody. Before the break, that came a little earlier because I expected combat to last longer. But Snatcher, the champion there, someone needs to get him a belt. He's got to have a big gold belt.
Big ass belt.
Yep, with a stake engraved on it. Defeated Vladislav pretty quickly using a combination of Obfuscate and
Chimera Street.
Chimera Street.
Mhm.
And then they arrived too late to stop the Diablerie of Zemitzi. But the Diablerie of Zemitzi did not occur like the Anarchs had planned. Because, well, I'll let the ones who saw the soul and the players, as you're trying to follow this trail out of the cave, I'm sure the players can talk about what they think happened or what in some ways, I'm pretty sure they know happened.
This, I can't put my finger on it. It's just like, I shouldn't say a shimmer of the soul, but some sort of change occurred. I mean, I know we know what happens when Amaranth, but this seemed different.
Would you be able to recognize the one that pulled it off?
Oh, yes. I can, the face.
So we all agree not to assault the new body of the eldest, right?
Yes, agreed.
Correct.
I'm just going after the bastard who turned around and betrayed us. That's all I care about. But this one he did.
That's the important one.
Thank you.
Would you like a stake? It's apparently a very useful tool.
No, no.
Let's just say I have dipped this poison, this arrow in my own blood, and he will have a very rude awakening when I enact the poison within it.
Understood.
I would like to say that is now your favorite weapon.
What? The arrows?
No, the stature, the stick. I think that is very much a you thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Carve your name into the side of it so nobody can take it from you.
oh no, there is a name that will be carved onto this, but it will not be mine.
Oh. And do we want to know the name?
Well, you did meet her several times, did you not?
True. Not wrong.
Call it a memorial stake.
Fair enough.
It was her power that allowed me to take him out so quickly.
And I will have to say, as one of the clan who does a lot of assassinations, that was peak performance. And if somehow the French people come into power with cuisine and culinary arts, kiss.
Snatcher will give an exaggerated but still walking bow.
I smile.
As you go further in, you come across your first body. Eve, it is one of the companions of the one who did the diablerie. The body is desiccated, completely drained of all blood. Not diablerized, but completely drained. Just a dried husk. And there's a look of terror on this individual's face.
Think you could draw that sometime, Eve? That'd be a nice portrait.
Very much.
Snatcher will take this guy's fangs too.
It's not hard. And as you continue the pathway, it goes a totally different direction. It's leading you out the other side, not the way you came. But you come across the next body. Again, completely desiccated. It is the second of the companions that came into the cave with the one who committed the diablerie.
Again, just take the fangs.
Someone was hungry. When you sleep a long time, you build up a thirst. And as you clear the cave and step back into the nighttime sky, your trail stops because it heads down into the ground itself.
He went down here. How he...
I
This is the
have need
last.
of this one. I will send him to you when I am done.
What do you want in exchange?
Nothing.
All right.
Blood for blood.
Oh, all right.
If at all possible, we don't need him whole, just whole enough.
I will send him whole to you to do of as you wish. The land and I know your feelings.
He is betrayer.
want to make sure he doesn't betray anyone else.
He betrayed you and me.
Indeed.
And you.
A fool's
Came
errand.
to drink me.
Mhm.
Is that not betrayal? And it's the land again vibrating, almost like a speaker.
Indeed. Do as you wish.
He will be sent for
Thank
you to do as you wish.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I guess we're not killing anyone tonight.
Shall
Besides
we?
what's Snatcher.
Shall we locate our horses?
Yes.
You're on the
Actually,
other side of that fortress that you saw.
Actually, Shanky, could I just summon them? Or beckon them, sorry?
You could try. The problem would be they would have to find a way to the fortress, up the mountain to the fortress,
Just
because you
go
came to
through
the cave.
Cave again.
All right. I was just hoping we wouldn't have to keep doing this travel
And
back and forth shit.
Because of the Illuminate Trail of Prey, it still shows the path. Just because you followed it, it still shows the
It's
path
still
they took.
there. So
Right.
we go.
So as you return into the cave, you could follow it actually all the way back outside the other side because,
That's the way they came in.
yeah, that's the
Okay.
way he came in.
And
that's
Gwen
what
still
we do.
sees it.
Mhm.
Yeah. It doesn't take long to run back out, come back out the other side. It takes a different path than Eve found you. That's why he got there so quickly. But you find your way right back out to where your horses are still on the stairs, quite a bit back from where you fought. Still no sign that there was ever a bunch of monstrosities out here.
I'll make sure they're calm and all that stuff. They're sort of used to this shit by now, but, horses are horses.
It takes you a bit to calm them down because the earth did shake a little bit.
It's a lot of
But
clicking
they're
and
war
whinnying
horses
from
too, though.
Snatcher.
So they're used to some fucked up shit.
Well, this has been an adventure.
Indeed. A silver piece says we don't run into any Malkavians on the way back.
We are overdue.
Yes, but I don't know.
Why?
Something about
Why?
tonight makes me feel fortunate.
let's not conjure the universe into bringing us something we don't need at this moment.
I am the one that graciously accepted the gift that the eldest gave us. I am not the one that has chosen to not partake.
What does that mean?
The three of you have not taken the rose.
I've taken it, but I have not.
That could be seen as an insult. We do not know how the Simitsi operate.
True, but you do not know how the blood bond operates with my clan.
I don't.
I want to research this for a night or two before I make my decision. I was
Just-
bonded to make sure I kept.
Just don't want the three of you to be responsible for something that we have to take care of in the future.
I'm sure they understand our predicament. If not, I'll go back into the cave and tell him.
Oh,
And tell
yes.
him I appreciate it.
Yes, have a conversation with the eldest Simitsi in the world.
I gave him my blood as a thank you. Blood for blood. True? Would that then not rid me of such a debt? If it was a debt to begin with, it, I believe, was a reward.
I don't know, Gwen. This is why I'm worried. I've done the couple last night. I've seen
So
what
have I.
happens.
Why are you so upset? This should be a good night for you. You have now broken the bond.
Yes. I am fine. I am not upset. I am worried. There is a difference.
His tone seems very more upset than concerned.
That is just how it's being taken then.
I think I will. I take out the rose again because I'm like, Is it possible to turn this into a pigment? If knowing that it will not last.
Perhaps you can make a paint that will let any who look upon a certain picture at least lessen their bonds. That could be a fine piece of art.
I guess. I was thinking.
Do you have a
path.
bond?
Yes.
These flowers, they grow after Cupola's night. The eldest brought them forth from Cupola.
Does that say that they are allies or merely that they are both connected to the land?
They are both connected to the land.
It would be odd to have something like that and something like that allied together.
They are symbiotic in a way.
They are both ancient. Who are we to think that the way we think is the way they think?
Exactly.
As ancient things go, the eldest has behaved vastly out of what I would have expected. The civility, even if it's just put upon, the care in that voice. I am used to a different progenitor who does things differently.
The dragons take great pride in knowing that their eldest was scholar, oracle, wise man. There is a difference in their progenitor and yours.
Indeed. One of these nights, maybe I can share with you all about why I actually stay hidden.
It's not your face?
Not anymore. Initially, it definitely was.
To pull off the crazy shit you just did?
That helps, but no. It ties back to my progenitor, of course, but in a different way. When we're back in the city, I can share with you then. I want to feel more secure before I share a story like that.
Are you using progenitor to mean your sire or your actual progenitor of the clan?
My clan's progenitor.
I don't think I know anything about the Nosferatu progenitor.
You would not. We try to hide most of that information. Although with all of you, I've grown a certain amount of trust.
Oh,
And I
you
would know
trust
that-
us.
And I know that you wouldn't utilize it unfavorably.
No, I don't think I would ever use that kind of information.
I stand to win nothing from it, so it is safe with me.
Then I will share with you when we are safely behind our walls.
It's fair.
Snatcher, would you like a painting of the one you avenged? I mean, you can conjure up an illusion. I'm sure you know what she looks like.
I would like a painting from you, but not of him.
Oh,
He's
no.
dead.
Oh, no.
Her.
Of the one
Yeah,
you have
the one
avenged.
you avenged.
You're more.
I would be delighted.
There. Yes. I mean, perhaps I can use this, but I think I had a few other paintings in mind for this.
She looked best with darker colors. I must say, I'm in a unprecedented good mood. I don't know about the rest of you. How are you all? I've been so wrapped in my euphoria, I haven't even asked.
Amused. Be contacted with a progenitor of a clan and rewarded with. I just hold up. Just a beautiful thing. I'm still like kind of caressing it gently.
Oh, storyteller, are we watching our Toreador get fascinated by a fucking flower? Do we have to keep snapping in his face to get his attention?
I might.
It's the beauty that it came out of stone itself. I mean, just everything around it, the mystique of it. I mean, I'm sure the Toreador finds it fascinating.
Olga's just very quiet, almost like she's off thinking something else or like not really paying attention.
How's Augustine and Gwen doing? At least what would be obvious.
I'm hanging back.
There are 1,236 steps that you go down before you reach your wagons. And the guards that were left behind to watch your wagons and your drivers and, you know, your normal train that you go whenever you have to go more than one day anywhere.
Time of night is it? Or is it like not far long after?
I'd put it, you got a few hours before dawn.
Some like time wonky land stuff. When we're in that cave.
I mean, those horses can do the steps pretty quickly, actually, but this is also the land of Transylvania where dawn comes later because it takes so long for the sun to come up over the mountains.
Mm-hmm. Because the mountains are in the east. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's weird to say this, but God bless the Carpathians.
Yep.
When we get to camp, Olga will go to her wagon to put her weapons away and things like that. And she'll just take a moment to look at her locket and open it up.
There are two faces in your locket. On one side of the locket, no cloak. It is Montano, as clear as day, though it is a younger Montano. Less lines. And on the other is your picture. Also younger. You would put this about the time of your wedding.
I was all of 14.
Very young picture. But it's clearly you.
She'll close it and go to join the others by the fire.
Snatcher is using a dagger to start poking holes in the bone shards and fangs he's collected to make a necklace.
May I enter your camp? The voice comes from the edge of your camp.
Who requests so?
You have met me before. I am the chronicler.
Oh.
Snatcher will sigh and hand a silver piece out to everyone that isn't him.
Nope. I just stare at him. What did I tell you?
Yes, you may.
I was just hoping.
It's very dangerous.
My feet have led me here tonight, which tells me something important happened. Something that should be written for those who come after us. I will, as always. You don't have to share, but know anything you tell me still applies. I will not let any others know of what you tell me for 200 years.
Eve, this is the chronicler. We've met him on the road previously.
About 200 years ago, actually.
Mhm.
Well, great timing. As
It always works that way. I go where my feet take me, and I find myself in important events.
We seem to be magnets for people like you.
There are others who write the tale of history.
No, no, nuisances more than anything.
Oh, I am wounded, sir. I do not feel myself as a nuisance.
I believe most are of your blood, though.
What blood would you say that is?
Forgive me, it's something of an assumption at this point, but the Clan of the Moon.
And your assumption is wrong.
Refreshing.
I am the Clan of Death. What better way to study death than to know the history of life?
Snatcher's going to do a quick check around him for ghosts.
They are not in your camp, but there are several that flit about outside your camp. None of them have entered the boundaries of your camp at all.
Are they yours?
You see them. That is a rare gift.
Ever since I was living.
They are the ones who guide my feet.
who can actually read the soul from this individual?
Okay. Go ahead.
Olga will attempt to distract him slightly while they are obviously sussing him out because there's no subtlety amongst these men.
Perception, empathy, your difficulty is 8.
Hold up. Hold up. I am nothing but subtle.
I'm as subtle as a stake to the heart, we've learned. So.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
So she's
Great.
going to say, well, this evening, there was a group of what they call themselves now anarchs that wanted to go and eat the eldest.
The eldest.
Yes. The Zamitsi clan progenitor?
That is momentous.
Yes.
And he pulls his book out, and you see him start writing. Did they succeed?
They think they, well, for a moment, they thought they did. And then the eldest proceeded to eat them one by one.
And Snatcher, you see a ghost come into the camp when she says that. He starts to write, and then he scratches it out. That is one part of history that I must not write.
Exactly.
I do this so rarely, but I am told history says he fell tonight.
Yes, history will say he fell tonight. That is what he wants the world to believe.
And history must show he fell tonight. You all are the keepers of the real history, not me tonight.
Mhm.
You had 3 successes. He is definitely pale. So he is a vampire. There's no way around that. He is looking to see what they have here.
Yeah.
It's so fun finding some. He's got a deep red, as if he desires something. And as you're watching him, it actually streaks through with vermilion. He's happy at what he was been told, even though he was just told by a ghost not to write something down.
We've never seen him with anybody, right? It's always just been him by
Always
himself.
him. This is the first time Snatcher's looked for ghosts in his presence, too.
And
Yeah.
you guys will see that Snatcher's paying more attention to the ghosts than him right now.
Yeah.
So that is what happened this evening.
How do you protect yourself on the road? I do not know. I've not heard of Cappadocians being self-protective outside of their libraries.
If threatened, I step into the spirit world
Ah,
where they will not follow.
Hmm.
It's not easy, but it is effective. Because once there, I can let the spirits take me to the next place I must go. They have ways of moving much faster than we do.
we faced someone that could step into the spirit realm, didn't we not?
You did?
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, the mage could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Punched a hole through it, basically.
Yep.
There was an inquisitor, a mage. How many years ago was that, brother?
It's been some time.
That would punch through to the spirit realm.
This is before the plague.
Messy.
Yes,
Messy.
just before the plague.
Doing it that way damages what they call the shroud. Leaves scars, weak spots. What I do, nothing so heavy-handed. I don't actually open it. They do for me. Don't know why.
You don't command them to.
No, I've never asked them why they do what they do. They have their own purpose.
Is there a way to fix these tears?
It will repair itself in time.
Good.
But it will always have a slight weakening. And those on the other side would be able to see where it was done.
A scar.
I'll slowly turn towards Snatcher.
Yes.
Have you noticed anything strange where we...
I'm going to put out Zelios and put a barrier halfway through your city that makes the spirits on either side of the barrier have issues anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I see the dead, not where they are. Every dead that I see is where they are here. From what little they have told me and what little I have asked, their realm is difficult to perceive.
I will share, since you stared, a piece of history that I cannot write. Their realm, though it looks like ours, is not. It is decayed. It is ruins. It is death of all things. But I do thank you for what you have told me.
Before you go, a couple of questions, if I may be
If
so
I
bold.
can answer them, I will. But remember, 200 years.
Oh, this has nothing to do with your chronicle, my friend.
Well, then,
these are questions about you. Can you take others with you into the realm of the dead?
He cocks his head. My companion says they can.
And is this a gift that you are willing to share, or is this a guarded secret by the rest of the Cappadocians?
Well, what the Cappadocians do is not how I do it. They do it for me. And my friend says, in order to teach you, you'd have to be dead. Really dead on their side.
But you have learned.
Oh, they do it for me. They
do
open
it for him. He isn't doing it.
When I am in danger, they pull me through.
How does one learn this gift?
It is not a gift he has. The ghosts are helping him.
Right, but how does one acquire that kind of help?
As I said, they've never told me why. They protect me and follow me. I believe they have their own reasons. I believe they have their own desires to study the history. I do know they feed off the emotions of those around them. It strengthens them. And my theory
Shows you.
is they were historians in life who now crave the knowledge that they can't get on the other side. They can't ask the questions. They can't ask the histories. And who would tell a ghost anyway?
Depending if they ask nicely, Gwen will come out of her wagon, taking down all of her hair and whatnot, and she holds 2 books, offering it to the chronicler.
And these are?
The life of Marcus Septimus Tiberius and of Gwen McSullivan.
I accept your gift in the spirit it's been offered.
The Domitor and the Ghoul of Clan Bruja.
They tell me your soul is marked by this.
It was my life before I passed. I am no longer that person anymore.
I will take it. But as a historian, I will tell you, in time, you may find who you once were once again.
Possibly. We all have to change and adapt, don't we?
Most of us.
When certain chains are snapped, it's good to purge and get rid of what you were before, so you can see what is new again, yes?
My friends tell me a storm is coming.
Isn't it always? Must be ready for it, right?
Always be ready and weather the storm.
So you got to lighten the load. Let go of certain things we once held true.
It's not coming now. They do not know when exactly. They say it will come, and it will sweep and change the world.
Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's all we can do.
And write it all down.
Of course. So that you don't forget and try better next time.
He's back to taking notes as he's speaking.
Is this a physical storm or a spiritual storm?
How do you tell? The two are often linked.
They are not.
But they are. Events here affect there. Events there.
I did not mean spiritual in their terms, and I don't mean any disrespect to your associates. I meant spiritual in the way that the Inquisition has been flitting around like they are gods on earth.
Oh, that kind of storm.
That kind of spirituality.
I am a historian, and I will tell you this is not the first time any group has decided to purge our kind from this world. This will not be the last time. History repeats itself, but we still walk, and they do not.
How many centuries have you walked, Chronicler?
My memories stretch a score of centuries. Though I suspect I've been around longer than that, I'd have to return to my library and read the books to see how far they go back.
You ever take visitors?
No.
Shame.
Do you have others that help you, or are you alone in this endeavor?
There are others. I show up sometimes and there's new books. ones I didn't put there. I only go back a handful of times.
If you need copies of books of things, let me know. I have a vast library myself.
To copy it would be to give you access to the history before the 200 years. You'd have to
No,
only
no.
copy the oldest.
Me giving it to you, not the reverse.
I will keep that in mind. Though I can't promise I will encounter you again, I don't know.
Well, you said that 200 years ago. Guess what? Hello again.
Considering how many Malkavians have told us that we are on a path of fate, I'm sure we will cross paths again, Chronicler.
And he scribbles that onto the book, too.
If you gave us a few moments, we might even be able to come up with an itemized list.
It happens every time we're on the road.
Oh, there was also that one, the young buck. Twitch, I believe his name was.
Yes, he was fascinating.
He was refreshing. He did not tell us we were of destiny. He simply encountered us.
Yes.
I've not
More
met
of him.
Most of the clan of the moon avoid me. They don't know they avoid me, but they do. I think their view of prophecy would make it hard for me to do history.
Yes. I concur.
Storyteller.
Mhm.
Does forgive me, there's a lot of vampire stuff, so things change century to century. Are the Cappadocians like skeletal, like I've heard sometimes they're described now?
They're very pale.
So, like, actively like
They look
corpsey?
they look dead.
Yeah, they don't have like, they're not Zamedi or anything like that, or Zamedi, but they are very pale, even paler than other kindred.
They look dead.
Yeah.
All right, they look like actual bodies
Yeah.
instead of.
And most
sick
courts,
people.
especially in Western Europe, have a Cappadocian advisor.
Mm-hmm.
Almost every court.
It's a fool who ignores those who can talk to the dead.
Mm-hmm.
No, I will leave you all to your fire.
It is nearly sunrise if you seek shelter.
The sun on the other side never fully shines.
Truly
Truly.
How
fascinating.
convenient.
I move
always
slower. I am lethargic. But it does not burn.
Fascinating.
Heartbreaking.
It is not a true sunrise to see. But it is the closest our kind will ever get, short of destruction.
It is a treasure that very few of us will ever experience.
Sketch a picture if you could, please.
Please.
I am not an artist, but perhaps one of my assistants. And he looks to over his shoulder.
I'll glance to make sure.
We'll draw it at some time.
I appreciate it.
It has been a long, long, long time.
Very long.
And it's a pleasure to meet.
And here's to the next
Eve,
200.
an image enters your head of almost a gray world. Trees, all of them dead, the ground with dead grass. You all standing there looking like corpses with a pale sun above it that is almost in black and white, washed out, but it's above you.
I'm like, glance my hand and it's like try to almost like touch the sun.
That is a memory you have in your head, though you've never seen it before. It's there.
Did you see that?
Say what?
It's as he described. It's just.
I believe you.
This-
Did you see something?
I saw what he described. Do I notice any, like he said there were paths that go from
She looks at
one
the
way
chronicler and said, did one of your friends do that? Give him the image to paint.
He says yes.
You now can
Thank you.
paint the picture.
He says he's not an artist, but he can share what he sees.
So
And
now
has
you
seen.
have the picture in your mind.
I will
Tell
not
them
forget
thank
this.
you.
Thank you. I mean, sincerely. I'm like immediately like I'm finding stuff like this. I totally forgot
To sketch the concept,
rose.
yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, I must depart. They tell me it is time to leave. We have
Okay.
somewhere else to be.
Safe travels, chronicler.
And
Chronicler.
safe travel.
Take care.
Before you go, I wish to apologize for my earlier comment. I was prepared for you to deliver more prophecy than I am willing to stomach at this point.
You would have me show up in your camp preaching fire and brimstone.
It has happened before.
Yes.
I see that as the problem with that clan of the moon.
They get damn fanatical about it.
I know better now. Be safe.
And you as well. And I shall see you in history. And as he
always.
stands, you see an opening appear. Behind him is a man. He's got glasses on, like little. I mean, even in this era, they could make wireframe glasses. Not very good, but he's got them on. Bald head. Looks like his throat had been cut. And the guy just stands there and pulls the chronicler through this opening. And behind him, you see this gray landscape, though there's no sun in the sky, of course, because it is nighttime here. And then it just knits itself back together again.
Fascinating.
That could be so useful.
You got friends like that.
If you would want to start dabbling with such things, Augustine, I'm sure we could locate a necromancer for you to speak with.
One thing at a time. I must learn the gift of the Ravenels first.
I have now learned that my enormous reptile mouth gets me in trouble when I make bets. So I don't think I'll be doing much of that anymore. Although, no Malkavian visited us.
Yet, we
This
still
is
have the
true.
trip home.
Yes.
Hmm. And maybe at home.
I think Olga would murder a Malkavian if there's one waiting in your keep when you get home.
I mean, she
Really
has a Malkavian Cedarus.
Yeah, but if one's waiting in your keep,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
oh, God.
Well, we don't need to kill him, but stake him and leave him in the root cellar
You
for a
know,
decade.
just let him stay there, parked. Yeah.
Especially with Anatoly.
Yeah, that bastard.
Octavio.
Just go to sleep.
Octavio needs to just get, yeah.
Octavio needs a serious, update in his vernacular.
No.
Do you all need any more of this scene, or are we done? Well, I guess as you all are heading back to your city, thus ends the year 1413 and season 4 of Vampire Dark Ages Glimpses of History. This group of Cainites has been, well, you're part of the beginning of the Anarch Revolution. You have seen the supposed fall of Tzimisce, which
We know is a con.
history records he fell until they find out he did not.
Right.
And they find him in New York
Mm-hmm.
centuries from now. Brought there by a Xantosa.
Xantosas.
Or Xantosas, yes.
Yep. The Xantosa family. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to thank my players and the viewers. XP tonight, it's the end of the season. Snatch already got 1 bonus, but since it's the end of the season, 6 for everybody. There's no way to stop you all from becoming all powerful because we're doing 800 years of history. we might as well just give y'all a bonus at the end of this one. Because not only were you present at a very pivotal point, but you've also laid some of the other groundwork. And think about it, an embrace done over a century ago has now played into this group's hands because Sherazina is now ruler, unopposed
Unopposed.
of her city.
Yes, she is.
But I wonder what happens with the Council of Ashes after this.
It's about to get got because a number of them lose their freaking cities and power bases and go run for the hills.
It's already broken now. Without Dragomir, it is now a 4-person council. That is stalemate in many ways.
Mm-hmm. And, well, there's at least one that's enemy number 1 to the damn coterie right now. So
you'll never vote in favor of her shit.
Nope.
And she will never vote in favor of ours, so we're already a stuck point.
Radu, you have close ties to.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I do thank everyone for this season. This is it. We're going to be taking, the next 2 weeks off because Demon starts up in October, everybody. That'll be the next one on Wednesday. World of Darkness Wednesday will be back. Yeah, 2 weeks off, and then the third week is Demon.
The third week is Demon, yeah.
We'll be back with Demon Season 3 on World of Darkness Wednesdays.
Yep.
So, now I got to prep for that. Please, everybody, join us on our Discord. That is where we cast this show and all of our shows from. And while we don't have any open casting calls now, that don't mean there won't be some new ones. Because, look, people post up either one-shots, mini-series, or full chronicles, as they do them. So, definitely join our Discord. Pop over to our YouTube, catch our back episodes of not only Dark Ages, but of Kansas City, Chicago, Hidden City, Windy City After Dark. Man, we have to think about cities, don't we?
Shitload of vampire. Oh, my God.
Shitload of vampire. We love our vampire over here. Even Dark Ages. Changeling, Werewolf, Mage, Demon, Wraith, Queen's Gambit Vampire, run by Mama. Queen's Gambit Wraith, run by myself. Which, if you missed last week's episode of Wraith, ooh.
Yeah. If you've ever gotten hit in the face with a baseball bat, that's about a fifth
I needed a
of
drink
what
afterwards.
we felt.
I didn't have a drink, but I needed a drink afterwards.
Seriously, I want to say before we go any further on that, big shout out to all the Queen's Gambit cast and storytellers.
Yes.
A lot of efforts went behind the scenes to get this ready. And so we assembled,
it's our most ambitious project yet.
Over 20 plus cast members.
Everyone has really stepped up and has brought it. So thank you so much. 5
different storytellers with over 20 cast members across 5 splats. Big thanks to all the Queen's Gambit cast and storytellers because it's a hell of an undertaking. So seriously, if you want to see some Call of Cthulhu or D&D 5e, go over to Ishvel's channel. I really need to update that link. I've been so swamped with my brain right now. I'm learning Azure stuff for work and it's killing me. But hey, welcome to IT security, right? You want to see some amazing content creators, one of which is down here. Junie Von Esch, what you got going on?
Channel, yay! So I'm rebuilding channel. Hi, I lost my stuff and it's getting better, but no worries. We're doing a lot of just rebuilding, creating stuff. Oh, I'm making a trash dumpster fire out of crochet. Just so when you can celebrate your life and put pins and needles into it, you can do it in a dumpster fire. Why? Because we promote that stuff. Otherwise, you'll see me here. And on Saturdays, I may or may not be doing a storytelling thing with 2 of the people here, or that way. They're here on the screen, Elga, Snatcher, and then sometimes when Will is ready for it, I will be on his channel being the lovable, crazy German woman known as May.
Yeah, Junie's all over the place. Got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
I can't help that.
Ravnos Archon.
Oh, and Werewolf.
Oh,
sorry, werewolf too. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
Ravnos Archon, what you got going on?
Oh, hi everybody. I have my own channel here on Twitch where I do TTRPG stuff. It's been a hot minute because of life getting in the way, but things are getting better and things are looking up. So I will be doing, I think, a series of one-shots as a kind of road to Halloween on Saturday afternoon. So keep your ears open for that. But otherwise, you can catch me here being the lovable scamp of Alessandra or the grumpiest troll in existence, at least as Denver is concerned. And you can see me behind and in front of the screen on Fridays for Queen's Gambit.
And don't forget, in 3 weeks, you'll be here in Demon.
I will be here
the
in
game
Demon.
you told me you would never play, and now you're playing.
Yep. You know, we change. Somebody hated Mage until they played it.
Damn
So.
straight. I love Mage.
So you know.
Almost as much as I love Changeling.
Yeah, I am thinking that I want to be the demon that came up with Malort, just for Brad.
We'll see.
So we'll see what happens.
Interesting origin story.
Cringe in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Down below me, Beetle Spock. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, I have a couple of things I've contributed to for third-party D&D content. I love writing lore, so it's under DM's Guild. If you look under my name, Nick Dodato, you see the things little articles I've contributed to and to put in your D&D game, or maybe like a Curse of Strahd type thing, or the Feywild.
Hey,
That's what I've done.
anyone
I'm
who
always looking
does
for more
Curse
projects.
of Strahd gets my thumbs up, though I haven't played it in 30 years now. I mean, you know, it's dark goth shit. I love it. I mean, you know, it's just the way it is. I played the original Ravenlaw. Snatcher, also known as Maddox. Your turn.
Hi, everyone. I am the storyteller for Changeling Stained Glass here on McStabber Studios. I am the soon-to-be storyteller for Changeling Queen's Gambit here on McStabber Studios. And then you can also find me all over the universe in every single instance and nowhere at all. It's called philosophy, bitches. Get used to it.
And you'll see him in Demon too, so don't worry. He'll be coming back for it. So, you want to get some studio merch? Pop over to the merch channel. We don't push it that hard because we don't really make money on it. And, you know, it's only for you, the viewers, if you really want to get some merch.
Merch store for years and still have yet to make enough to cash out.
Yep. But it's there just in case, because I know once in a while people want to get something, and, you know, that's fine. Do it if you want. Don't do it if you don't want. We're not one of those who want to scream, get our merch, get our merch. No, that's, you know, whatever. You want to support the players, bits and donations to go to the players, not the studio. If you want to give something to the studio, of course, subscribe on KoFi. If you subscribe on Twitch, you don't get ads. That's always a good one. And of course, you know, if money's tight, especially because we're getting into the holiday season, because look, Halloween costs us a lot of money every year because that's our Christmas in a lot of ways. And I understand that. So if you pop over to YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification icon, all that good shit, that supports the channel on YouTube without costing you a penny. Just costs time. So you can go ahead and do that. And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife over there, who's got a new mentor if she chooses to pursue it. Relin, for the schedule.
Yes. I mean, should Olga do it? Should she? Should she become a badass abyss mystic? Should she?
Look at who you'd be learning
I
from.
know, right? Should she? I think she should. Yeah.
Are you even Lasombra if you don't?
I mean, she's obviously not huge into Tenebration, but she kind of is interested in the abyss shit.
I mean, hell, hashtag clan opportunity.
Fuck yeah.
Agustin was okay with you being invited to the solo party, but like me as a player, I was like, yo,
Montano as a mentor.
Montano as a mentor. Yeah.
What the fuck is my invite?
You lost your invite.
I have plans.
Stuck in the mail.
Yeah, so coming up, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for the finale of this season of Dark Ages. Woo! Okay, so coming up tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, Mama is back in the Game Master seat, running Monster of the Month. Only this time in October, you get Monster of the Month twice this month. So it's going to be Monster of the Bye Week. So. Because we did delay our September one due to Hurricane Helene, and we wanted to make sure all our players were safe and didn't feel obligated to try to show up in the middle of a hurricane. Okay, so we wanted people to be safe. So
try to be nice.
Yeah, we put player safety above creating content, y'all. So literally. We've bumped it to tomorrow, so you will see a group of these monster hunters and paranormal folks and all kinds of weirdos get together for their final recruitment mission before the finale later this month. All along this series, folks have been learning about different creatures, recruiting powerful beings to their team, because they are fighting a Duke of Hell at the end that wants the world just to burn. So yeah, that's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow as we go on the last recruitment mission before the big bad finale at the later this month. And then Friday, join us for episode 2 of Wraith of Queen's Gambit, run by Shanky here. 2 of his players are right here.
And the character trauma is real.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I needed a drink afterwards. But yeah, it was pretty rough.
I had to watch some really saccharine shit to make up for it when that stream was done. Like, ooh.
Yeah, for real.
It's Wraith. Enough said.
Wraith is heavy, y'all. Wraith is heavy. It's such good story, but it is heavy. So that's at 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Then Saturday. Tiss is streaming Saturday? Is Tiss?
I don't know. Let me look at it. Urani's around somewhere, but
We are playing this Saturday as far as he knows. So as of today, we have a Call of Cthulhu stream on Saturday.
hey, Tiss runs it on Tiss time. So
That's right. It's subject to change, but we'll let you know as we get closer to Saturday. So 3 p.m. Eastern, Call of Cthulhu, London Esoteric Society. It's Call of Cthulhu 7E set in Victorian era London. Check out Tiss and her amazing group of intrepid investigators as they do all the sus-ass shit. Yeah, join them. Fun. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, Junie here is running Vampire V5 set in 2010 in Chicago, Hidden City. And myself and Maddox are in that with some amazing other cast members who are really we are trucking with plot. It's so
Y'all
good.
ever seen a coterie gel this fast?
Oh
It's
my
been since episode
God.
1.
We all
Oh
came
my
together
God.
and was like, okay, we're going to run this shit.
Yes, we will.
And Judy's just like, fuck, okay. We make your job easy.
No lies detected.
So that's at 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. And I will tell you, on Sunday, you can catch me on Reese channel at 5 p.m. Eastern because I'm playing Call of Cthulhu over there. Massive, whatever that is.
That's going to hover up your other attempt.
We're in the U.S. portion of that campaign, and we are about to go to the Juju house. For any who have played that, you know what's up. I don't know what's up yet, but all the red flags are waving, and I'm like, okay, this is where my character dies.
It's Call of Cthulhu. Like, if there isn't a red flag waving, we're not playing the right game.
There's like 50 red flags all around this Juju house. I'm just like, my character has been avoiding it because it's so obviously red flag.
I mean, Ree's already killed one of the players, so you know.
Oh yeah, that was in Peru. But yeah, so there's that. And of course, we will not have a stream on Wednesday night next week because this Chronicle is finished and we will be meeting off stream to have a cast meeting next Wednesday.
So enjoy your 2 weeks of Wednesdays off, but be back here in 2 weeks on the third week for Demon the Fallen.
Yep.
Demon the Road to Hell. because they're going to LA, everybody.
Yep.
So, hey, it's going to be fun. And as always, everybody's in this stream, mental health, it's not a joke, it's not a laughing matter. Please take your mental health seriously and take the mental health of others seriously. Check in on those around you, make sure they're okay. A lot of people are not. A lot of people are struggling. We're getting into the seasonal affective disorder, and it takes a toll on everybody. So please check in on those around you. And if you suffer from mental health issues, while it's okay to not be okay, we still want you to get help. Reach out to your support network. And if you don't feel you can, or if you're in crisis, which means you don't have time to contact your support network, in chat's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there'll be a professional on the other end of the line to help you out. And if you're not in the US or you're watching this on YouTube and you actually stuck around to the end of the video, because a lot of people end it when the episodes are over, but go to findahelpline.com. You can put in your country of origin and find out your support line in your country. Because look, we want you to take care of yourself. Mental health is health. And it's a very important subject. And as much dark shit as we get into here, we still want you to make sure that you're okay. Or at least as okay as you can be. And now I can turn it over to my wife for her final portion of the outro.
Y'all, do take care of your mental well-being. I'm a person, I struggle with depression, anxiety, panic disorder, seasonal affective disorder. Yeah, I've got like a whole basket full of that shit. But I'm going to tell you, make sure you take care of yourself. If you need help, get the help you need for real. Call a support line. Use your employee assistance program because you can get free counseling for you and your family through that. Also, talk to friends, family, support network if you have it, or take some time just for self-care because self-care is not selfish. It is a vital part of keeping yourself mentally well. Okay. So really do that. And on top of that, the mind and the body work together. So make sure you get your damn vaccines, get your flu shot. It is time. It is time. Get your flu shot, get your COVID booster, or get your COVID shot if you can get it, because legit, it is very important. Herd immunity is for real, You getting vaccinated helps protects the most vulnerable people in your life. So please do so. It also helps reduce symptoms if you do get the virus so that you are less sick, less likely to have a significant hospitalization or possibly even die from it. So literally get your vaccines. Also, make sure you take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine when you can. Oh my God, it's been like 2.5 weeks of fucking rain almost every goddamn day, and I am ready to just fucking crack. So I need some sunshine, bad. So if you have sunshine where you are, please go get some sunshine. And those who are dealing with the aftermath of the hurricane, please know our hearts go out to you. The devastation is absolutely horrendous. And, I hope that your governors take the help that is offered to them truly, because everyone needs it right now that has been impacted. Also, make sure you are registered to vote. States that allow mail-in voting and such have started sending out ballots already for it. Make sure that your registration is current and active, because a lot of Republican states have been purging voter rolls and restricting registrations. Please check that. Please, please, please. And make sure that you do turn up. Vote early if you can, because you can get in and out during early voting really quick. Mail in if you have access to that, or go the day of if you need to. But make sure you turn out, because we have got to get Congress, the House and the Senate, Democrat controlled, and get Kamala and Walz in the damn White House so that we can actually get progress done and get governing done and get fucking shit accomplished, because the Republicans do nothing but fucking gaslight, obstruct, and project. Said with love.
And I do thank everyone for coming out to season 4 of Glimpses of History. Welcome to the fun, Eve. I hope Beetle Spock's enjoying his fun here.
Oh,
We survived.
it's amazing, and it's just begun, essentially.
Oh yeah, you've got a lot more history to cover. I thank
yeah.
everyone. Good night.